They're called Youmeng in the local dialect. And the gao in the name literally means taste, but refers to the... I shall start with a new Nanjing landmark in the next video filmed during evening on the same day. And here's that new Nanjing landmark in the next video. This is the Nanjing Eye footbridge. See these two loops? The eye in the name refers to these two ring-shaped towers. And there's a bump in the middle. That is an ode to the arch bridge that is so symbolic of Jiangnan architecture. The Nanjing Eye footbridge opened in August 2014 to coincide with the Youth Olympic Games held in the city. The Nanjing Eye footbridge is also distinguished as the first pedestrian bridge to span the Yangtze. Now, rivers like the Yangtze and lakes such as Shenwu Lake that we saw earlier today comprise a vast network of water bodies that nourish the city and endow the Nanjing folks with a lot of freshwater seafood. That being said, we are gonna have some seafood tonight. Actually, the restaurant that we're gonna visit specializes in the cuisine of Wenzhou of Zhejiang province. That is a coastal city that I had to cancel plans to visit not once but twice. So I'm just a tad bit fixated about the place. What's more, it is autumn/winter right now, which, as I've said in many recent videos, is prime time for crabs. The restaurant has live crabs. We had them pick a fat one for us. Look at this beautiful behemoth. It has been 大卸八块, literally to hack into 8 pieces. Basically it means quartering, but doubled. Today people say it to vent, like when someone really pissed you off and you want that person hanged, drawn, and quartered. Of course, you could also use it in a literal sense, as is the case here. The crab has been chopped into 8 parts. Well, 9 parts if you count the shell, but the shell was left unchopped and intact, because messing up all that good stuff inside would be a sin. That's the crab I was talking about earlier. Unlike the Chinese mitten crabs seen in my recent videos, this Wenzhou gaozie should be a type of mud crab from the estuary of the old river around Wenzhou. They're called Youmeng in the local dialect. And the gao in the name literally means taste, but refers to the good stuff inside. The good stuff, or the gao, would be the spermary and usually also the tomali in male crabs when talking about 大闸蟹 Chinese mitten crabs. However, for this type of mud crab, gao seems to indicate roe and tomali in female crabs. These crabs are much larger than mitten crabs. Ours came in at almost half a kilo. That's an impossible weight for mitten crabs. The flesh isn't as tender as the mitten crabs, especially the muscular, powerful claws, but I actually enjoy this type of meatiness more. That weight in your hand brings about a certain sense of satisfaction, like a meaty drumstick. We had our gaozie steamed because the waiter said this is the Wenzhou way and it showcases the natural sweetness. Sweet indeed, and we have more sweetness coming up. Wenzhou mianyuyu yuan, fish balls made from a species of croaker. Not this. This is the large yellow croaker. Let's talk first about Daohuangyu large yellow croaker. It is seen in one of my earlier videos. The fish is prized among Zhejiang folks along the coast, and the restaurant proudly displays their stock on a bed of ice like a seaside fish market. In that earlier video, I've shown several ways to prepare the fish. This method, however, is new to me. They call it 古法焗 or baked/fried in ancient style. I thought the so-called ancient style is just tabletop cooking. That's just the first part. Then comes the sweet part. Some ancient sweet sauce, I presume, maybe a mix of yellow soybean paste, soy sauce, and black vinegar. I have no idea what the ancient recipe calls for, but it accentuates the sweetness of the fish, which has been cut neatly into fillets almost free of bones. Now back to the other croaker dish, which is totally free of bones. Wenzhou mianyuyu yuan, fish balls made from a species of croaker. Not this. This is the large yellow croaker. This is another type of croaker. The fish balls, I've heard, I've seen places translate the dish as fish pellet, maybe because of the irregular, elongated shape rather than the spherical shape. That's actually the result of a unique preparation method that differs from the type of techniques employed in Fishballs from Zhejiang province neighbors such as Hangzhou and Shaoxing. In the Wenzhou method, the flesh of the fish is cut into strips and marinated with pepper, salt, ginger, scallion, etc. Then starch is added for consistency and bounciness, so sweet potato flour is a common choice here. The mixture is pressed and kneaded. Occasionally, the mush will be scooped up and slammed on the table. This mush comprises of a portion of flesh that has been squeezed to a pulp, while other parts remain in the form of fleshy, mushy strips. These strips will be pinched and picked up, then placed into boiling water with the pulpy bits clinging on them. That's why the fish balls look like pellets or strips with irregular surface and length, whereas fish balls from other Zhejiang cities like Hangzhou and Shaoxing tend to be smooth and round. The broth might look plain and clear like pristine seawater off the Wenzhou shore, but it held its own against this spicy octopus appetizer and helped neutralize the spiciness. We saw chilies in the menu's picture of the dish, but we weren't expecting the chilies to actually bring any heat, since Wenzhou cuisine, like most other Zhejiang regional fares, is generally noted for mild flavors. So the sharp burn of the chili was unexpected, but this burn also contributed to our meal in an unexpected fashion as it balanced out the stuffiness from this humongous bowl of Wenzhou cui fan. Cui fan is essentially sticky rice covered in toppings such as the standard ground pork, diced shiitake, and chopped up youtiao fried bread stick as served here. It was fulfilling, especially the fried bread stick tidbits, which seemed unaffected by the moisture from the steam of the sticky rice and remained crunchy. It was a hearty bowl and it was heavy, but it turned ever more addictive. I've long heard that the cui fan is one of the star breakfast foods of Wenzhou. I guess it could be a star during dinner time too, and it will be a starred priority alongside the renowned seafoods if and when I go to Wenzhou. No if, just when. Third time's the charm. There's no way I have to cancel plans again, but one journey at a time. More of Nanjing's marvelous autumn colors in the next video. 再见!